Oh, that's very bright. That's better. Hello, Sporting Bet customers. How are you? We're going to have a look at a couple of games. Two massive games. Two games to really look forward to. In one case, one that I'm going to. First one is Milan Arsenal. And those who respect the Milan of the past, forget it. This is not the Milan of Pirlo. This is the Milan of Van Bommel. That means more hard working team, probably less subtle than it was under Pirlo. And with Maximo Allegri, you actually have a coach that is more than happy to put, if it's necessary, 5 midfielders, defensive midfielders, and just protect the team, while he expects Ibrahimovic to deliver. And that's basically a team that plays for Ibrahimovic. So sometimes uses long balls, direct football. They try to defend deep in other occasions. They like to keep a bit of control of the game. And to be honest, until Christmas they look like they could be champions. But since then, they actually dropped the form. And what is more important, I think, in terms of stats, what happened to them is that when they play the big sides, they just don't get the points. So it may be, as always been said actually about Ibrahimovic, it may be the case of if you play for him, your team suffers. It didn't happen with Inter, he won the league with Inter, but generally that you need to be more sophisticated. And it's key to see as well who's going to partner Ibrahimovic, to see what kind of football they're going to play. And to be honest, at the moment, now that they've got Nesta back, Pato back and Boateng back, you would normally think that those three actually will play, but Stefan El Shaarawy has been playing really well next to Ibrahimovic. Very mobile, as I'm saying, is one who always looks for the run of Ibrahimovic. So sometimes it's just that, it's just a team that is it's a bit predictable. So what do Arsenal have to do? If they can, just drop deep and counter-attack, which is what Spurs did against Milan, and that is basically still is the same way that you should try to aim for in this game. So it's important that Walcott and the fullbacks as well, but Walcott and Oxlade-Chamberlain actually play their fast football, that they link well with the fullbacks, although it looks like Vermaelen could be the left back, but in any case there's overlapping, there is attacking down the flanks, because Milan plays sometimes too narrow, so the fullbacks are not protected that well. So I would think if Arsenal waits and is patient enough and is clever enough to actually wait for Milan and counter-attack them, they could surprise them. They could score against them. It could well be that they lose the tie or it's a 1-1 result, but they will score away, which will be key for the second half. I think this Arsenal is sometimes a very good team, and other times very disappointing and frustrating, but I'm pretty sure that they are mature enough to do these couple of things that they need to do against Milan. So they will get a result. I've got the impression they will get a draw, which, as I'm saying, will help in the second leg to go through. I've got the impression that Arsenal will go through in this tie. How about the second one? Second one is at the Britannia, and it's Stoke versus Valencia. And I don't know, don't ask me why, but there is a certain kind of romanticism about this tie. Is certainly the case of one that has caught my imagination, and of some friends of mine as well. Gaizka Mendieta, you must remember him from his times at Valencia and Barcelona and Middlesbrough. He's coming with me, and we're just going to go there and have a good time. In fact, I'll be there from late on Wednesday to taste the atmosphere. So what kind of game do I expect? Well, I think it's going to be as everybody imagines, with Stoke defending with 8-9 men behind the ball and using the long ball to scare Valencia. And it's exactly what you have to do against Valencia. I had a chat with David Albelda, the captain of Valencia, and also with Unai Emery when this tie first came up. And I was saying, how do you attack a team that you're not going to be able to do the usual football? I was saying to them, because they like to play obviously fast football, counter-attacking down the flanks again, and put crosses in or try to find Soldado. But you're not going to do that when there is 6-7 guys who are centre-backs and tall, played in different positions, but centre-backs by nature. and they were like a little bit puzzled about what to do. They've been thinking since, and I think it's all down to just move the ball very quickly. One day when Valencia has got the ball and they're going to have it, but most of the time they just got to move it quickly and be patient and hope for Jonas, for instance, or perhaps Parejo if he plays. I don't think he will, but if he does at some point, just to find the openings. So Banega is going to be very important to put that kind of pace and rhythm to the game. The fullbacks will actually have to go forward, but forget about put crosses in and just try to find inside channels. So all in all, that's what's going to happen. And I've been looking at Stoke in the last few weeks, and results are a little bit deceiving. This is a European tie. Okay, they lost 4 in the last 4, but it's just a team that has got the kind of characteristics that will certainly unsettle Valencia. Okay, it looks like Stoke don't know now who is the best goalkeeper, and they seem to be weak in aerial balls, which is a bit of a surprise. And you seem to see Peter Crouch that is not at the top of his game. Nobody is. Even Matthew Etherington isn't playing good football too. But I'm sure that with the sphere being what I expected it to be, and with the players just being tiny bit aggressive and strong when they can recover the ball and they apply that kind of direct football, it's going to unsettle Valencia. I've got the impression that the first leg will probably be a draw, everything to be decided in the second leg, and that's where I see Stoke struggling, because again, with the tie at Valencia, with the fans of Valencia, with the atmosphere, with what is expected of Valencia, I think they may win it there. But in the first one, they will struggle. I say a draw because I see both teams scoring. I wouldn't be surprised though if actually Stoke wins the first leg, but it will be a fantastic tie. I am looking forward to travelling to Stoke in a couple of hours and enjoy myself for a couple of days over there. So I hope it's a good tie. I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll talk to you on Friday probably about some La Liga and Premier League games. So, ta-ta.